Global press conference brought to you by the World Affairs Council of Pittsburgh on KQV All News 1410. The World Affairs Council is an independent, nonprofit, nonpartisan organization that has been promoting a deeper understanding of key global issues throughout the Pittsburgh community for over 80 years. My name is Steve Sokol. I'm the president of the World Affairs Council of Pittsburgh and your host for today's program. Joining us today is Luis Arce Catacora. He's Bolivia's Minister of Economy and Finance. Minister Arce Catacora has been Bolivia's Minister of Economy and Finance since February 2006. From this position, he has led the economic policy of President Evo Morales, who assumed office that same year. Minister Arce Catacora has played a central role in the nationalization of the hydrocarbons, mining, and telecommunication industries, and together with the Ministers of Finance of Argentina, Brazil, Venezuela, and Paraguay, the creation of the Bank of the South as a regional monetary fund and lending organization. As minister, he's participated in discussions with world leaders, including the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, the ministers of finance of neighboring countries, and professors from U.S. universities. Prior to assuming the role of Bolivia's Minister for Economy and Finance, Mr. Arce Catacora served as Chief of International Operations in the Central Bolivia Bank, CBB, and in other operating and executive positions from 1987 until January of 2006. Today we'll be talking about the new economic model of Bolivia. Minister Arce Catacora, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Welcome to Pittsburgh, and I'm delighted to be able to catch up with you at the University of Pittsburgh, where you'll be speaking before the Center for Latin American Studies and other people here on campus. We're delighted to have you here in town.
Well, it was a pleasure for me to come here. Thank you so much.
So let's start by just speaking generally about Bolivia, and for the sake of our listeners, let me just remind everybody that Bolivia is a landlocked country located in western central South America. It borders Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina, Chile, and Peru. And the landscape ranges from the rugged Andes Mountains to the lowland plains of the Amazon basin. It's very rich in natural resources such as tin, natural gas, petroleum, zinc, lithium, gold, timber, and hydropower, and yet it's considered to be the poorest country in Latin America. Bolivia was named after independence fighter Simón Bolívar and broke away from Spanish rule in 1825. After a period of political instability, democratic civilian rule was established in 1982, but leaders have faced difficult challenges of deep-seated poverty, social unrest, and illegal drug production. In December of 2005, Bolivians elected Evo Morales as president by the widest margin of any leader since the restoration of civilian power in 1982. He was the leader of the movement towards socialism and ran on a promise to change the country's traditional political class and empower the nation's poor indigenous majority. In December of 2009, President Morales easily won re-election, and his party took control of the legislative branch of government, which has allowed him to continue his process of change. Minister Arce Catacora, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about how this process of change is unfolding, especially in light of the fact that there are elections next month. So how's the popularity of the